Red Stripe Football Mondays coming tonight from Jamaica's North Coast. It's Mount Pleasant FC at home to humble land under the night skies here in the Garden Parish of St. Anne, the birth parish of Bob Marley. Mount Pleasant and humble land. Mount Pleasant 5 points off the leaders, Waterhouse. Humble land 10 points off the leaders, Waterhouse. Humble land looking for a victory here tonight against a Mount Pleasant team that has been very steady all season. The global sporting world still in shock and dismay over the passing of the NBA icon, his daughter and 7 others in a helicopter crash in California on Sunday. But the fans are turning out tonight here, Donald, to watch Humble Land tackle a Mount Pleasant team that has its eyes set on the regular season championship.
Yeah, they do, but they have to win. And Humble Land, of course, they're looking at the top 2 and they have to win. So it's an interesting encounter that we're expecting tonight on the lights here at Drax Hall. Humble Land, of course, they are some way away from the leaders, but Mount Pleasant, they are eager to be top of the table as well.
Yeah, this is the 24th match day of the 2019-2020 season, of course. Those matches kicking off on Sunday afternoon, and look at those results. Waterhouse 3-1 over Dunbeholden, 2 goals for the 35-year-old veteran Rafiq Thomas, getting Waterhouse a victory here and ending Dunbeholden's 6-game unbeaten run. Portmore United 3 wins in a row now, 5-0 over Vere United. And Vere United in real problems at the bottom of the table. The other 3 matches ending in drawn results. 1-1 between UWI and Malines, who have not won or won just one of their last 18 matches. Cavalier 1-1 with Harbourview, and Arnett Gardens 1-1 with Tivoli Gardens.
So Waterhouse with the win, giving them a little bit more space at the top with 46 points. Of course, Mount Pleasant right behind on 41 points. Portmore United now on 39 points, and Humble Line seeking to move up the table from 4th. Of course, UWI would have done no favours. Also, Malines United with that draw, and well, UWI still have some work to do to move up.
Yeah, and we keep talking about how difficult the battle for the playoff spots continue to be, because when you look at 3rd placed Portmore United on 39 points, they're just 8 points in front of 9th placed Harbourview, who are on 31 points. So still a lot to play for in the battle for those playoff spots. At the moment, you have to think that the leaders, Waterhouse, looking pretty safe at the moment.
Yep, looking pretty safe as we take a look at the head-to-head over the years. Of course, Mount Pleasant would have just come into the Premiership for the last couple of seasons, so not a lot of clashes to look back on, but you can see that Mount Pleasant with the advantage for most of these games.
Yes, overall in the 5 meetings they have had head-to-head, we've had 2 drawn results, 2 Mount Pleasant wins, and only 1 Humble Land win. That 1 Humble Land victory you didn't see in those graphics because it happened at the beginning of last season when Mount Pleasant were having their first taste of the Red Stripe Premier League. But tonight is going to be very important here for both teams. As I said, they're chasing the leaders, Waterhouse. Mount Pleasant, they have in the past 2 weeks scored just 1 goal in the last 2 matches that they've played, and that's not like the Mount Pleasant that we've become accustomed to, which is a free scoring team. They've got to be more clinical in front and play like they've been playing in rounds 1 and 2.
They wasted quite a few chances in the attacking third when they played Harbourview on the last couple of Monday night games. But they need to create more as well, and they'd want to fix that. They'd want to remedy the situation against a Humble Lion team known for their defensive strengths over the years.
Yeah, they certainly are, and they are in many ways an aging team, Humble Land. The Humble Land team having a lot of players over 30 and in their late 20s, so that could be a factor tonight. However, they would want to, as a visiting team, Donald, take the attack to Mount Pleasant and not allow the home team to settle and get their fans involved.
Yeah, you're right, and the veterans, as you mentioned before, they need to lead by example. They have about 150 Premier League goals over the years combined, the players of Humble Line, so they've seen a lot of football and they would know where to strike. Of course, as I said before, their strength is really their defense. Well, that has been the case over the years, probably not so this season, especially with their mindset of being more attacking in their play. But again, the veterans must come to this fore against a Mount Pleasant team with a lot of flair, style and speed.
Yeah, and this Humble Land team, of course, they were regular season champions 3 years ago, very emphatically under the coaching of Donovan Ducky. but since then they have not been as strong. They have an opportunity to get back into the playoffs tonight if they continue to hold their form as we get ready for more action here and the build-up for the Red Stripe Premier League fixture tonight. The NBA lives on Sportsmax, and the Golden State Warriors will be up against the Boston Celtics Thursday night, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock Eastern Caribbean time, and that's on Sportsmax.
Yep, pretty much a double-header on Thursday night, 10:30 Jamaica time, 11:30 ECT, Utah Jazz at Denver Nuggets. And we also have some football to look forward to on the weekend, Lance.
Yeah, La Liga and Real Madrid, they will be battling Atletico Madrid, battle of city rivals. Real Madrid, of course, taking the lead ahead of Barcelona following their victory last weekend.
Yeah, that's on Saturday morning at 10 o'clock, 11 ECT. And of course, Barcelona will take on Levante on Sunday. And that match will come to you at 3 o'clock Jamaica time, 4 ECT.
Yes, so the crowd is building here at the Draxol Stadium on Jamaica's north coast in the parish of St. Anne. The players are on the field warming up, and look who is in the Humberland gear tonight. Vishenal Harris, for so long a stalwart for the Arnett Gardens team. Now he turns out for Humberland. First time. There were rumors several months ago that this move was possible. Now it is happening, and Vishenal Harris will be wearing the number 7 shirt tonight for Humberland. We continue with more of the build-up after this.
Defender to electrify the crowd. Look at this piece of play. Oops, I'm gone.
And we are ready.
The role is to continue to drive for the development of the game here. Although players are selected from clubs abroad, they were developed in the league.
They're really quality players and they have really good attitude, and you get your money's worth.
This match has turned up one of the cooler nights that we would have experienced on Red Stripe Football Mondays. 25 degrees Celsius. It does feel a little bit cooler than that at the moment here in our commentary point. There was some rain earlier on today, and there are still some cloudy skies above us and pretty humid conditions. Just a slight wind across the field. Good playing conditions, Donald, although I think the players will have to place a lot of emphasis on their warming up program at the moment, because in these conditions, players can get hurt pretty easily.
Yeah, they can. Mentioned earlier that there are a couple of divots on the field of play, so not quite smooth. As we take a look at Mount Pleasant and their profile. Of course, they're located in the Garden Parish of St. Anne, founded in 2016, and they're still trying to get into the gear of the Red Stripe Premier League. Of course, last season they would have finished third, having progressed through the playoffs to reach the semis, Lance.
Yeah, and looking to improve on that for sure this year. And Sula Makala, one of their key players, good in defense, good coming up in attack on the set plays as well. Got the late equalizer for Mount Pleasant last week to earn them a point against Harbourview in Kingston. That was a fine header from distance, pulling the Mount Pleasant team to 1-1.
Yeah, a lot of persons at Harbourview, of course, thought that they didn't quite deserve the equalizer in that game. As we take a look at Keslan Hall, who wants to get himself into some form here, Lance, because he has been missing on quite a few occasions. He has had several opportunities, and of course more recently against Harbourview he has missed the mark on a couple of occasions. So Keslan Hall would want to come to the party today, as Lance Whitaker spoke with the Mount Pleasant coaching staff.
Nigel, a very important fixture for Mount Pleasant tonight. A victory for you will put you within 2 points of the leaders, Waterhouse. How important is it to you to get to the leaders?
It's very important. I mean, last year we stayed in the bottom 4 in the playoff, and you know what happened. So this year we want to go in second place or first place and see what happens then.
The Humberland team is a team that haven't beaten you in your last 4 meetings. They've only beaten you once, which was the very first time you met them. But since then, you've sorted things out and not lost to them. Does that mean anything to you as you look ahead to this one?
No, that really, and the day is what counts. Everybody's strengthening up their team in January, chance for win that. So we do the same, but we have to go out and play just the same.
I was mentioning that you've been one of the most free-scoring teams in the tournament. In fact, Waterhouse is the only team that has scored more goals than you have so far. But the past couple of weeks, you haven't gotten any goals. What's been happening in training this week to fix that?
I mean, I don't think in front of the goal, the last was a couple of games, as I said, we were comfortable. And we get the guys comfortable again and they're relaxed and ready to go.
Every time we do a Monday night fixture here at Draxall, the fans are excited and the team responds and plays with a lot of heart. Is that the mood going into the game tonight?
Yeah, it's a mood. The 12 man, they're very important. And every time, as I said, they come to Draxall, they really, give us the strength to put up a good fight.
I spoke to David Galloway, the general manager of Mount Pleasant, earlier on today. I put the question to him. Debut season last year, you got to the semi-finals, which was reasonable. But you now have that debut season behind you. What's your objective this year?
The objective is to go all the way. It's our long-term goal, and we are ahead on it very well now.
Humberland, of course, they would have been around for a while, founded in 1974, of course. They're traveling all the way from Clarendon to be here tonight. Last season, they would have finished 8th. It would have been disappointing for them not to make the playoffs, having been there or thereabouts in previous years. Of course, they would have won the league as well a couple of seasons back. So, yeah, they'd want to go back to those lofty heights. Humberland, and of course, Levon Williams, being a veteran, will be hoping to lead the charge as well. So much is expected from him. He has 50 Red Stripe Premier League goals and 4 this season in particular. In fact, he scored his 50th goal in the Premier League against Arnett Gardens in the last game of 2019. And it was an equalizer from the penalty spot in that game, but again, so important to this Humberland team.
Yeah, he was also their leading scorer last year with 8 goals. Another key player in this Humberland lineup is Andrew Venzi, former national representative as well. He's also had 4 goals to his mark this season. Garvin Maceo, his former school, and looking to get a good game for his team tonight.
Yep. Usually a midfielder who is very determined to win the ball, as we go to O'Neill Bigger-Thompson, who is with Lance Whittaker.
O'Neill, this is a very important fixture for Humberland. A victory tonight will put you closer to the lead. How has preparation gone for this match?
I mean, every game is important. First, I must say that we prepare the same way we prepare for every team. I mean, Mount Pleasant is a tough team, we know that. And we also prepare ourselves to challenge the good, the average, and it's one of them nights tonight, which it's going to be very hard, but we are prepared enough to do so. We are out with some people, but I mean, we have a big squad, and that's why you have that amount of numbers to allow people to come in and fill the void of some people who is absent.
I see the outstanding Arnett Gardens midfielder starts for Humberland tonight from the January transfer. How big is that move for Humberland?
I mean, whenever we dip into the market based on the talent that Humberland have, it must be exceptional. And Vishnal is one that, no question, might need to re-energize his moments. He's a great talent, and hopefully he can come here and execute and be himself and get back to where he belongs.
How long physically has he been with the team training?
About a full 8 or 9 days. But the fact that he was already in season, I don't think he had need to be assessed physically, because he's normally a fit player. Might move like he's not moving, but he's moving.
And the plan for tonight's fixture, Mount Pleasant have been a free-scoring team overall, but the past couple of weeks they have not been scoring.
I mean, they had good striker. You must acknowledge that they have maybe some of the best in the league in terms of speed and in terms of how they handle themselves. And we prepare ourselves to deal with that. I mean, not every time you plan it goes to plan, but hopefully tonight it does.
And what will be your strategy to stop Mount Pleasant tonight, because there are a few points ahead of you in the table?
Well, there are a few points ahead of us. The strategy you have to watch and feel and see. I mean, I can't say that, because sometimes you can't just set something and say this is going to be it, and then it's a change to the way they set up. So we normally adjust ourselves based on how they set up.
We have some EFL Championship matches to look forward to on Friday in particular. Derby County against Stoke City. That's on Friday afternoon, 2:45 Jamaica time, 3:45 ECT. And of course in La Liga on Saturday morning, 10 o'clock Jamaica time, 11 ECT, it's the Madrid Derby, Real against Atletico, and that's going to be on Sportsmax 2. And NBA. Of course, Barcelona against Levante, Sunday afternoon at 3 o'clock, 4 ECT on Sportsmax 2.
La Liga living on Sportsmax, as does the NBA, the Golden State Warriors, on Thursday night in the first of a doubleheader. They'll be at the Boston Celtics, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock Eastern Caribbean time on Sportsmax. Following that, 10:30, 11:30 Eastern Caribbean time, the Utah Jazz, they're at the Denver Nuggets. Double on Sportsmax on Thursday night, as the sporting world continues to mourn the tragic loss of the NBA icon Kobe Bryant, his daughter and 7 others in a helicopter crash on Sunday in California.
Defender to electrify the crowd. Look at this piece of play. I'm gone.
One champion boy go. Banner pour them a singing anthem. Red stripe, watch out. Man, shall I better forward boy. Red stripe Premier League champion boy score. Every goal when I run from boy. Red stripe Premier League champion boy. Back down we run marathon boy. The Red stripe Premier League champion boy. Yeah.
Rural area football under the spotlight and indeed under the lights in the Garden Parish of St. Anne. We are at Drax Hall for a humdinger in the Red Stripe Premiership. And that is what the house has come to see tonight, to introduce to you Mount Pleasant FA, the home team, and the away team, Humber Lion. Wherever you're watching from all over the world, thank you so much for joining our coverage here on the Home of Champions. My name is Donald Oliver. With me is Lance Whitaker. And again, under cool conditions, things are expected to heat up in just a little while with these two teams facing off as they seek to climb even further up the table.
Yeah, a lot of fans in for this fixture as well, Donald, because we know that Humberland is a very aggressive team. It's a team that has no difficulty on the road taking the fight to the home team, which tonight is Mount Pleasant. Mount Pleasant need to respond for their home fans though, because the last couple of weeks they've not been that good. A loss and a drawn result against Harbour View.
Drax Hall, of course, pretty much right off the North Coast Highway, and Humber Lion would have travelled all the way from Clarendon in the south to be up in the north. And as I said before, pretty cool conditions here. The fans are here, and of course they have a lot to say, the finalists ahead of this match.
My name is Frank Henry, following Mount Pleasant from 2 years ago. Our score tonight will be a 3-1, but we really want to go up to the top, so we'll go 3-1 tonight.
Yeah, Kemar Ellis, and I follow Mount Pleasant 3 years now, strong. And the score line tonight, a 3-love I give them. You understand? 3-love. I'm on the lookout for Kemar Bushy Beckford. I'm going to score 2 tonight.
Yeah, good evening. Tony, Client and Maple. Otherwise, people know I'm Zalet farm. Duke Street, man, and call me Butter Tony. Hear me now? I 3-love them again. No if but now maybe we don't itch, net a stitch.
Big up all the Humber Lion fans them. I want love me thing they still. But look out for Vanzi. Original game, big game. Excited game.
But the last time I tell them say Chucky I do it. No if but now baby just watch you know we see it.
One love, straight, one love, Humber Lion. Big up.
Mount Pleasant, one aim, one destiny. Boom.
Well, I tell you what, those sets of fans are always entertaining, especially if you take a listen to them when they're watching the game. Of course, I personally believe that they are the two best supported teams. Of course, Anagan supporters will have something to say about that. But Humberline and Mount Pleasant, goodness me, when they come together, it's quite something. It's something quite special, isn't it?
And you heard the Humberland man just now. We not hit, net a stitch.
So much for humility. I tell you what, there's the Mount Pleasant fans looking on, and of course they would be seeing the peculiar setting of cameras here. Of course, Mount Pleasant having their own academy, and it's really an impressive setup they have here in the parish of St. Anne, and they're hoping that a number of their youngsters will be able to graduate to the senior team.
Yeah, and I think the impact of an FA like this, an academy like this, will show itself in 5 or 6 years. Results quickly of the match day 24 starts on Sunday. Waterhouse 3-1 over Dunbeholden. Portmore 5-0 over Veer. UWI 1-1 Malines. Harbourview 1-1 with Cavalier. And Arnett-Gons 1-1 with Tivoli Gardens. Waterhouse 5 points atop the table at the moment over Mount Pleasant, Portmore United and Humberline and Dunbeholden, Arnett-Gons, the teams that occupy the top 6 positions at the moment, and UWI and Veer riveted to the bottom of the table. But it's round 24 of a 33-game regular season, so all not completely lost here for UWI and or Veer, but they've got to completely turn their form around in the coming weeks.
Well, not only do they have to turn their form around, the other teams ahead of them will have to fall dramatically. So, you know, they do say hope springs eternal in the human breast.
Yeah, but that's why I said and or, because I don't think both will escape. Maybe one can, but I don't think both will escape.
Well, the proverbial crabs in a barrel situation in the Red Stripe Premier League at the bottom of that table, as Mount Pleasant and Humberline getting ready to do battle. And the likes of Cardinal Benbow will be hoping to share his skills to the watching world now. Tuned in on 2 sets of players eager to make a mark in St. Anne. Sportsmax Productions and of course the broadcasters as well, as they make their way out to the middle, both sets of teams. Fervor on the pitch, fanatism in the stands as both teams walk out. Mount Pleasant in blue and Humberline in red and yellow.
Ladies and gentlemen, we ask you to stand for the national anthem.
We will now pause for the playing of the national anthem. Well, there's going to be a moment of silence observed by the spectators as they mourn the passing of Gary Henry, a fan here at Mount Pleasant FA.
Gary, be assured.
So the captains now at the toss.
Mount Pleasant against Humberland.
Ladale Ritchie, of course, captaining this Mount Pleasant team. As we take a look at the officials in charge of today's game, Veralton Nemad, Ojay Duhaney, Garvin Carvalho, and Andre Fox, and of course the fourth official. As we take a look at the Mount Pleasant starting lineup, Kadeem Davis, of course, making his way in goal. Sonny McCullough, Ladale Ritchie, the skipper, Ricardo Campbell and Latroy Lang make up the back four. The midfield trio, Kevon Isaacs, Ronaldo Rodney and Jeremy Nelson. And up top, Kesdon Hall, Cardell Benbow and Francois Swaby in the starting lineup. 88 goals overall in the Premier League, 3 this season. Lance Whitaker.
Yes, a 4-3-3 formation set up here for this Mount Pleasant team as Francois Swaby replaces Kimar Bushy-Beckford at the head of the attack, coming off their 1-1 draw with Harbourview last weekend. But a pretty solid Mount Pleasant roster here for the start, and they've got good players coming off the bench as well, with players like Jordan Fletcher and Daniel Green in.
As Humberline pose for the official photo. This is your starting lineup. Dennis Taylor, of course, the captain in goal. In front of him, Kenil Hyde, Kemar Drake, Linvin Lewis and Afiba Chambers. A 4-man midfield, the newcomer, Vishnul Harris, the number 7, 6 goals to his name so far. He'll be beside Andrew Van Zyl, Levon Williams and Rohan Richards, who plays behind the strikers, Jermaine Christian and Andre Clennon, who has 4 goals so far this season.
4-4-2, the formation set up here with Andrew Van Zyl as the holding midfielder for this Humberland team. Andre Clennon and Jermaine Christian with the responsibilities to score goals. Interesting to see Clennon back in the domestic league here, having played several years prior for Waterhouse and Arnett Carnes before having a couple of professional stints in Finland and Azerbaijan. He's in the number 14 shirt tonight.
Yeah, the former Bridgeport high man and Andre Clennon would have helped Bridgeport to the schoolboy football title over 10 years ago. As referee Nema just making sure that all is in place as we anticipate the kickoff shortly. There's going to be Humberline will be kicking off this evening under lights here at Drax Hall, and we are just about ready for action as both teams seek to climb up the table. Humberline seems as if they're applying Route 1 early, and Mount Pleasant, of course, very comfortable in retaining as much possession as they possibly can. Mount Pleasant, and of course in front of their home fans, would be open to start on the front foot. In our match lines, we did mention that Humberline, they do have a lot of experience, so no doubt they'll be trying to dictate the pace of the game. But that's not the best of start, is it? As Mount Pleasant trying to come forward, and he's thinking of a shot, and not a lot of power on that one from Cardell Benbow, and no problems there for Dennis Taylor, who would have been pretty relieved with the effort and the lack of power in that attempt from Benbow, who's seeking to add to his 5 goals this season.
Yeah, but a pretty sloppy start there by the Humberland defence, just giving that ball away and affording Mount Pleasant with an early opportunity at goal.
So just got a knock there, Kevon Isaacs. Let's take a look at Paul Davis, who's in charge of the Mount Pleasant program. Mount Pleasant, again they're sending the ball long. And to control this one, Ronaldo Rodney. Now it's with Jeremy Nelson. Nelson.
Yeah, Nelson debuted for Mount Pleasant last week against Harbourview and looked to be just finding his legs with a new team, having come from the lines on the January transfer.
And he was pretty comfortable in collecting that ball deep, Jeremy Nelson. Let's see if he actually does more of that in today's game. O'Neill Bigger Thompson, of course, in charge of today's proceedings. Andrew Price not available. He's with the national women's team. There's Kesslon Hall trying to stab that one inside the box. Benbow winning that one, and then the shot from distance goes well wide. So a couple of pops made by Mount Pleasant, nothing too threatening, but at least you get to see what they're about this evening, Mount Pleasant.
Yeah, and of course they have a solid technical staff there. Is Nigel Stewart, who we spoke with, and Paul Teagat Davis, who had previous experience as a Red Stripe Premier League coach with Arnett Gardens as well. O'Neill Thompson in charge of the Humberland setup today, because, as you said, Andrew Price is away on international duties with the CONCACAF Under-20 World Cup qualifiers, and big night here for O'Neill Thompson, because he had come here a couple of years ago as a player coach from Arnett Gardens.
Kimar Drake sending it long, and easily headed away by McCullough. Humberline, they almost got away with it, and they're still trying to make their way into the attacking third, but nothing doing on that occasion. It's tapped forward by Leng. Picked up by Afiba Richards, playing in the left back position. Forced to go all the way back to Kimar Drake, who will send it long, but not too long again. Mount Pleasant with the interception. But the early play here almost like a tennis match, with the ball going from one end to the next and vice versa. Not a lot of ball being played on the turf at the moment. Richards, was he clipped? Referee says play on, and that's exactly what Humberline does. Visional Harris gets his first touch. Always seems that he has a lot of time on the ball, Visional Harris.
Yeah, that's because his first touch is so good, so it affords him the ability to be comfortable on the ball.
Lewis, his third touch wasn't the best, but pretty much some sloppy passing by both teams, and Humberline now trying to capitalize it. They're playing it around now. Well, talk about a jinx there. His first touch wasn't the best, Harris, but he has another opportunity to make amends, and he does. That's a wonderful ball, and Kirsten was trying to send that one inside the box, and it was blocked. But Humberline will try again, as they are confident in building this one. Andrew Vancy with the effort, it's wide of the mark. Vancy looking to add to his 4 goals so far this season. And again, Humberline having their first pop.
Yeah, does fancy himself with his long-range kicking, Andrew Vancy, and he went for that there because there's no one challenging him. Yeah, there was a shot for a handball there from a couple of the Humberland players, but that didn't touch hand. It didn't. But the build-up there was very, very good. Harris actually missed the ball initially, but then recovered and played a sublime pass inside and put the Humberland team under some pressure for the first time in the match.
Benbow with speed, looking for options. This is Cardell Benbow. Sends this one inside the box. It's a good cross. The first touch wasn't the best. The left-footed shot. Was there a handball there? The referee blows his whistle and gives the kick the other way. And Francois Swaby was looking for something, anything, but it didn't go in his favor at all.
Swaby, first season with Mount Pleasant last year, 10 goals for them last year. 2 seasons before that, he had scored 10 goals and was Humberland's leading scorer. But somehow, the fans may have felt that he should have done better there. Maybe he should have connected first time with an effort on goal. Instead, he tried to set the ball and then crashed left-footed. By then, the opportunity was snuffed out.
He's built like a target man, though, isn't he, Francois Swaby? And they'll be hoping to feed him a lot in this game, as Humberline in return trying to move forward. I mean, he's fast, but he's not that fast. Ron Richards, 5 goals to his name so far. And O'Neill Thompson hoping that his team is just a little bit more accurate with their passing this evening.
Yeah, of course, he would have been a long-time teammate of Visional Harris with Arnett Gardens as Premier League Championship winners back in 2010 2015 and 2017 while he was a player with them. Now he is coaching and Vishnu Harris is there playing for him.
Get the feeling that the game is just coming into its own now as Richie looking for options, the captain, and again he goes long looking for that target man in Swaby. Hall's first touch wasn't the best, and Humble Lion with a quick clearance, and now they're trying to transition. Richards, he does have a fabulous strike on him. Harris throws it off. It's picked up. It's with Richards. The first touch again wasn't the best. Almost as if he didn't expect it, but he was in the box, he should have.
Yeah, he would have been disappointed with that, Ron Richards, because he got the ball with time and space. Not a lot, but time and space enough that if his first touch was good, it would have made a difference. Here's the play coming up now. The ball will squirt across to him as Williams. Yeah, that first touch there just presented Ricardo Campbell with an easy opportunity to clear. But if Ron Richards had collected that ball cleanly first time, I would have thought that he would have had an opportunity at a good strike on goal.
Benbow has McCullough to help him. He sends it long, and there's a whistle on the play, infringement in fact. Ronaldo Rodney was fouled there. Kamar Drake coming across harshly. It's a free kick to Mount Pleasant, and they do have the bodies forward, literally inside the box. And again, we've seen this all before. Francois Swaby being that target man. He's hoping to be accurate with the delivery. Not the best. Referee saying play on. And play does go on. Clennon is losing it. So it's been an interesting game so far.
Yeah, early signs that the game is going to be robust, Donald. Both teams looking aggressive, and we did say it at the start that Humble Lion is the type of team that when they're on the road, they tend to want to take the game to their opponents. They don't have that bad road record, only 3 wins in 10 traveling games, but they drew 5, so they've lost only 2 of their 10 road games so far this season, which isn't bad.
Well, in the pre-game we spoke about their defensive strengths, Humble Lion. And it's a trait that's been with them over the seasons as they send this one long. Ball drilled across and blocked. Mount Pleasant will be minded to clear that properly. They haven't. Picked up by Levon Williams. He needs a good delivery. And it's headed away easily. Not too far out though. Vanzi. Williams has Benbow on him. And last touch of Williams. In fact, it was yet another poor pass from Humble Lion. And they obviously need to be sharper so far. Both teams, in fact, have been a little bit wayward with their passing.
Sometimes the factor of a home fixture can put pressure on the domestic players because the fans are demanding so much of them.
Yeah, especially these fans, eh?
Yeah. Mount Pleasant's home record hasn't been that bad though. In fact, they're among the best home teams in the league at the moment. 7 wins in the 10 matches, 22 points gathered at home. Only Waterhouse with 23 have had more home points than they have. I think this is a match too that brings 2 teams together that have a lot of respect for each other. Of course, there are players who played for both teams, and a player like Francois Swaby would know the Humble Lion culture so well because he had been such a successful player for them in the past before going to Central America, where he played in Guatemala and El Salvador
before returning home.
Pleasant will get a free kick. Andre Clennon gets a bit of talking to from referee Nemad.
Of course, Swibbie isn't the only former Humberland player in the current Mount Pleasant setup. There's a goalkeeper, Kadeem Davis, as well as Ricardo Campbell, the defender, and the midfielder, Kipon Isaacs. All played for Humberland before going to Mount Pleasant.
So Humberland, a feeding ground for Mount Pleasant, one would say.
Almost.
Almost. Leng still has an opportunity to get that one across. Gets the return ball. Needs a good delivery. It's not a bad one. It's not cleared properly. It's Keslan Hall straight to the keeper. Can't add to his 2 goals this season, Keslan Hall. But on his left foot, he had the time, he had the space. Well, at least it was on target, but I suspect that he would have wanted to do a little better there.
Yeah, I thought Ronnie protected the ball really well there to set up the play for the cross inside. But no one there in a blue shirt in the box to make it count.
And that was a shot from a man who is lacking a little bit of confidence there, Keslan Hall.
He hasn't scored, Keslan Hall, since the 20th of October when he helped Mount Pleasant beat Waterhouse 3-1. And as an attacking player with goal-scoring responsibilities, it's not too impressive, is it?
Yeah, he hasn't scored since last year. Here's Richards trying to stab that one forward. It was a weak foray to get the play going along, and so his team has to do some defending. He gets it back though. Richards sends it out wide, and this is Jermaine Christian. Christian looking for the option. And Fancy sending it out wide. Bembo has speed. Williams, oh, that's a poor ball. Barely made it inside the box. And Bembo is fouled.
Yeah.
And it's a free kick to Mount Pleasant.
But to Mount Pleasant's credit, whenever the Humberland team are on the attack, a lot of blue shirts are getting back behind the ball. So in that attacking move that Humberland had just now, there's a foul on Benbow. There was a wall of blue shirts for them to breach before they could even think of getting an opportunity on goal.
Mount Pleasant so far, they haven't really utilized your midfield, and they tend to go directly to the attacking third so far in this game, and probably because of how Mount Pleasant or how Humberland they've been closing quickly once they enter the half. As here they are in the attacking third once more.
Yeah. It's partially due to how they're set up, because Mount Pleasant are playing with 3 midfielders, Humberland playing with 4. The problem for the Humberland team is when they make their forays down toward the attacking third, the Mount Pleasant players recover really, really quickly and get back to create problems for them.
He was clipped there, Jermaine Christian. The free kick to Humberland in a pretty dangerous area.
Both teams have a lot of goal scorers on their roster. Donald, both teams at the moment boasting 11 different players with goals so far this season. So Vanzi and Vishnal Harris probably contemplating here who will strike this one.
Well, he is a new boy, Vishnal Harris, but I suppose that he does have a lot of clout. But Andrew Vanzi is also there, and he's used to kicking them as well. It is Vanzi, disappointing. And then the follow-up attempt is tipped over. Kadeem Davis, careful, and deciding not to do anything too acrobatic.
Yeah, not exactly sure what Vanzi was offering there as an opportunity. And his effort on the second ball was just a tame lob toward goal, although Kadeem Davis conspired to make it look threatening. Davis was a Humberland goalkeeper 2016-2017 when they were regular season champions and had overall their best season in Premier League history, Humberland.
Well, they have a corner kick now, Humberland. This one at the near post. Managing to twist and turn Harris. Here's a shot straight to the keeper, who had to hold on the second attempt, Kadeem Davis, because that was fizzed in there.
Well, the ball hit Davis. He didn't stop it, to be honest. I think the ball just burst through a wall of players, and the ball struck him firmly in the chest, and then he grabbed it second time.
Cardell Benbow couldn't quite get it back. Richie under pressure, forced to do the spectacular, and that's a leg that ended up in the face. And the other card is shown, not surprisingly, to Kevon Isaacs. The follow-through was dangerous there.
And their former teammates, of course. Isaacs coming from Humberland. Richards had played his first season in Premier League with Jamalco before transferring to Humberland, but that was a pretty heavy boot.
It was Christian who actually took that shot. That went straight to Kadeem Davis. He probably would have seen it at the last minute, Kadeem Davis.
Yeah, it struck him before he really responded well. But he did well to grab it second time.
Which means that he would have been well positioned, as they say.
Yeah, on the near post, he knew where to place himself. So Richards looks as if he'll be fine.
So Kevon Isaacs going in the referee's book as Vance's free kick is again a 4-1. And Davis with an easy take. Probably he will defer to Vishnal Harris next time. Vanzi. He didn't see that at all, did he? Humberland with the majority of the possession, only just. Kenil had a little bit of difficulty spotting the ball on that occasion.
There's so much quality in this Mount Pleasant roster, Donald, that I think they're in the field here battling this Humberland team, and players like Jordan Fletcher is on the bench. Kimar Beckford off the roster completely tonight.
Humberland are a very physical team. And, you'd think that the coaching staff was thinking that Mount Pleasant would have to match them, especially when they are in the attacking third. And based on that, you would understand the reason why they would have gone for Francois Swaby up top. But Those are some skillful players on the bench.
Yeah. And Kadeem Davis changing his gloves. There was some rain earlier on. A bit slippery out. Nigel Stewart from the coaching staff of the Mount Pleasant team made it clear that they want to be in the top two, Donald, because the top two don't have to engage in the first phase of the playoffs. They go straight into the semis.
This one is delivered inside and it's headed over the top. He holds his head, Reginald Harris, because he was able to attack that one but couldn't keep it down.
Yeah, there were players putting pressure on him though, including I think Afifa Chambers, his teammate, who had gone up with him as well. But he's coming from Arnett Gardens, Donald, with 6 goals. Only Kemal Malcolm from the Arnett setup had scored more goals than he had so far this year.
Cumberland is playing around with it a little at the back, but they managed to escape without harm, although the harm may come now if Hall can provide a decent pass. Swaby was always under pressure to control. And then again applying the pressure, Swaby, and Dennis Taylor collecting that one. But he brings that to the fore, being a nuisance, Francois Swaby. Such a presence inside the area. He can be. The passes for the most part have been found wanting. Here's Clennon. Harris. Harris goes down. Benbow comes away with it. Jeremy Nelson back to Benbow. Benbow trying to stretch it across. Referee Nemad trying to play advantage as best as possible. But there have been a couple of head injuries though. And Reginald Harris, the first to go down.
Yeah, he had a bit of a collision there with Jeremy Nelson, Reginald Harris. Here it is now. Nelson rushed at him and shoved him off the ball. And he stayed down. Referee didn't spot that, and it was only after Benbow went down here that play was halted, and then an opportunity for the medics to have a look at both players who are down.
Well, referee Nemad would probably want to get a grip on this game before it escalates. We've seen a couple of those incidents. Nelson actually got a yellow card, so yeah, he's gone into the referee's book. He's trying to allow the game to run free, referee Nemad, which is always a good thing. Just a matter of not allowing the game to get out of hand. Mount Pleasant trying to match up the physicality of this Humber Lion team.
Mount Pleasant has had a lot of investment from their owner, Peter Gould. Yeah, referee has to do something now.
And the yellow card is shown to Jermaine Christian.
Yeah.
And the Humber Lion players are asking, 2 are in a fight. Why not Benbow as well?
Yeah, but there was an elbow thrown there. Let's see it here now. Yeah, that looked very aggressive from Christian. And yeah, there was some contact coming from Benbow as well.
Nothing that warranted a yellow card. The yellow card would have come from that.
You thought so, or was the elbow?
Yeah.
There was an elbow to the chest of Benbow. Could have been that as well.
Nice touch. What can be done here? Williams on the ball. Good defending by Ronaldo Rodney. Just to confirm that Christian was shown the yellow card after that incident with Benbow.
One of the veterans in the Humberland lost at 37 years old. I think the oldest player on the field at the moment.
Williams. Levon Williams. Richards. Clennon lost it. Here comes Mount Pleasant. And this is Kesslon Hall.
What a poor pass that was.
Well, the less said about that, the better. Christian. Harris. Almost.
Unfortunately for Humberland, Clennon lost his footing just now and fell. If that hadn't happened, he may have had a chance at getting the ball and a chance at goal.
Isaacs. The captain, Richie, goes long. Hall. Can he keep it in play? No, he can't.
I think both teams are expressing a lot of aggression in the game so far, and it's taking away from the quality of the game. And the long passes have been off target. Yeah, there's muddy conditions on the field. You see the studs there of Kadeem Davis all covered in mud. So that tells you a little about the playing conditions at the moment.
But he's not changing them, just getting some attention from the bench.
But the possession game for both teams, as you saw the possession stats just now, 51-49. So pretty close. Neither team bossing the game as far as time on the ball is concerned. But what's missing from the game at the moment is those clinical plays, the sort of precision that both coaching staff, the coaching staff of both teams would be looking for, and they aren't getting that. You aren't seeing any sequence of passes and passage of plays with one team in control of the ball and sort of dictating the pattern of the game. It's just sort of a seesaw battle at the moment.
It's almost as if the players don't trust the pitch, especially in the middle of the park. You can see that both sets of players almost bypassing their midfielders when they go on the attack. But it's been a physical game so far by both teams. A lot of tough tackles and a lot of silly fouls for the most part. Well, we hope that a football game breaks out soon because it has been anything but under the lights here at Drax Hall.
The game sets up to be a good one, Donald. We are looking at number 2 against number 4 in the league, so 2 of the top 4 teams in the league at the moment.
Hyde.
Hyde reunited with Vishanal Harris. Hyde, of course, coming from the Arnett Gardens Championship winning team of a few seasons ago.
Yeah.
And I know another factor that you can't escape is the fact that a lot of times when teams or players are coming up against their former clubs, there's a lot of emotion going into the game. And I know that a lot of the Mount Pleasant players, the 3 of them at least that I just mentioned, who formerly played for Humberland, would be very keyed up going into this fixture, trying to show Humberland that they made a good move to be at Mount Pleasant. Mount Pleasant littered with a lot of players from other clubs. Their captain, Ladale Ritchie, former Montego Bay United Championship winner. That man, Sula McCalla, former Portmore player.
Benbow. Nelson. Benbow's shot is blocked. Benbow, of course, coming from Waterhouse as well.
Yeah. But good on the Humberland defenders just now, Donald, because when Benbow set himself up for that left-footed strike on goal, 3 Humberland players converged on him. They recognized that they cannot allow him the room or the comfort to shoot. And that ball was headed goalwards. But as I said, there were 3 Humberland defenders converging on him and making things difficult.
Corner kick to Mount Pleasant. 10 minutes to go. Here's the delivery. That's not a bad one. The keeper had to come out to punch it. Richards couldn't do a lot with it. Oh, nice. Well, almost a lovely turn from Ronaldo Rodney.
Yeah, it was a good turn, to be fair. But the Humberland defenders were alert.
Ritchie. Here's a chance, and Swaby skies it. Could not keep it down, Francois Swaby. And, looking to get his 4th goal this season. But against his old club, couldn't find the back of the net.
Yeah, hasn't had a lot of playing time for Mount Pleasant so far this year. This only his 12th appearance this season in their 24th match, which means that half of the matches he hasn't played. So maybe he just isn't as sharp as he needs to be, Francois Swaby. Hasn't scored in quite a while, in fact.
What can Humberland do now with Keneal Hyde on this right-hand side? Trying to get by Hall. And Sule McCalla getting the challenge in. That wasn't the best option there from Richards. Hall. Benbow. Oh, the no-look pass worked out to Hall. Hall needs a good delivery. And that was probably the worst.
And there was Francois Swaby on the penalty spot, waiting for it. So he would have been disappointed that the ball didn't arrive for him. So in our match notes, we did suggest that they need to feed their front men with better deliveries. And I know that Swaby would have been disappointed with that.
Keslan Hall has been getting a lot of slack on social media. Of course, Mount Pleasant has quite a following on Instagram in particular. And many of the fans voicing their dislike of Hall starting as Benbow on the ball, spreads it out wide. It wasn't the best pass, was it? Sold him short there as he tried to make a run. Linval Lewis though on that left channel. Andre Clennon. This is Ron Richards. Vanzi. Hyde.
And again, Mount Pleasant doing a good job of getting players behind the ball. When Humberland went forward just then, Donald.
Oh, they lose it in a dangerous area. Chance for Humberland. Still a chance. It's set up on a platter. And how did Andre Clennon miss that one?
Well, he'd want to have the opportunity to do that again, because that was as disappointing a finish as you could get. Good work from Vishnu Harris here. It appeared as if he was losing the ball, but somehow got himself out of this maze. Look at him here. Gets the ball. And Clennon's right-footed strike goes way over the top from close range. That was like 7 yards.
Wondering if he actually kicked the turf as well, because he's still down. Well, he'd be looking for any reason to explain that miss, I suggest, so probably not.
But I think the skill of Vishnu Harris in evidence there, and the prospects of what he can offer for this Humberland team. A player with immense close ball skills.
Makala. Credit to Hall, who was trying to help out Swaby, who now commits the foul.
And knocks a Fever Chambers over. Chambers in this second full season, I think, with Humberland after leaving Reno. Just being shoved over by the powerful bit Francois Swaby. So 15 fouls already in this match. 5 minutes to the halftime break.
And the referee has done his best to try to keep the game flowing. So we have about 4 minutes to go in the half, plus any time added for stoppages. Ricardo Campbell sends it long. Swaby. Benbow. Benbow!
Yeah, the build-up there good for Mount Pleasant, and their bench just replaying the phases of that play. Hall involved there, and the ball set up nicely for Benbow by Francois Swaby, but Benbow's left-footed strike over the top. So the Mount Pleasant finishing touches again letting them down, which has been the case for the past couple of weeks.
Well, here they are again, Mount Pleasant looking to strike before the halftime interval. It's with Francois Swaby! The save made, Benbow to pick it up, delivers inside again, and Hall misses again.
I thought Hall and Swaby got entangled there. We'll see on the replay exactly what happened, because that was a fine strike by Swaby. Punched wide. Yeah, very good save there. But Benbow gets it back in. And both Swaby and Hall get themselves entangled with a strike on goal from another angle. Yeah, Hall coming in and snatching out. Oh, to be fair, Hall was in the better position to strike at goal.
He was.
So maybe
slightly behind Swaby.
Yeah, it was a little behind Swaby, and maybe Swaby's attempt on goal unsettled him a bit.
Benbow. Campbell. McCulloch couldn't control.
I think I'm seeing enough of the little errors on the field that suggests to me that the little bumps on the field and how unlevel the field is testing the technique of the players. You can see how the ball rolls. The ball is rolling and it bobbles. You think I'm making excuse for the players, are you, Donald?
No, I actually agree with you, as Humberland trying to make yet another transition.
Yeah, I think Chambers is complaining there that he got ball. Let's see what happened here.
Must have been a slight deflection if he got ball. He got mostly Benbow.
Benbow, because of his playing style, will tend to be the target of a lot of defensive players. He's a good ball handler, loves to dribble the ball, loves to take on defenders, and the natural instinct of a defender is to get rough on players like those.
I like him though. Liked him as a player since his playing days at St. George's College. As here's another delivery inside the box at the back post. It's Hall again. Hall sends it one inside. It's with Swaby now. It's blocked, and Humberline will try and hack it out of the area. Benbow again. Nelson looking to provide one more opportunity. It's floated inside. The keeper collects it at the second attempt.
Yeah, Dennis Taylor and the Humberland goal. But again, I like the industry of this Humberland defense setup. Donald's, at least 3 or 4 times we've seen Mount Pleasant players with opportunities to strike at goal, but then 3 or 4 Humberland defenders converge on them and just make things almost impossible for them to get clean shots on goal. So Humberland's defense line must take some credit for shutting out the Mount Pleasant attackers so far, even though it has to be said that Mount Pleasant aren't as clinical in the final third as they need to be.
Dennis Taylor getting some attention, as he's been doing quite a bit of work in the last few minutes in front of goal. The team talk beginning just before the halftime interval. Not sure if a lot of time will be added on to the 2 minutes, but let's see. Humberline, they were pretty much on the ropes at the end of that first half, and they will be relieved to hear the whistle from referee Peralta Nemad. Carl Benbow has been an absolute nuisance for that Humberline defense, who've been steady so far. A couple of desperate blocks and clearances. Humberline themselves have had the opportunities as well. But Francois Swaby, he's been in the thick of things. But so much for the new ball, Viginal Harris and Rowan Richards to do come second half. They'll have some time to talk about it. But at the half-time interval, it's Mount Pleasant 0, Humberline 0.
One bag of gold medal pan me now. Red stripe alone champion boy go. Banner pour them a sing Anthem. Red stripe, watch out. Man shall I make forward boy. Red stripe Premier League champion boy score. Every goal winner run from boy. Red stripe Premier League champion boy now. Back down we run marathon boy. The Red stripe Premier League champion boy. Yeah yo.
Defender to electrify the crowd. Look at this piece of play. I'm gone.
Arnott on the attack. Good cross inside. Misses everyone.
What a cross. Delicious from Ronaldo right.
Oldham. Good cross from Oldham. Reed! Arnott back in business! First goal of the season for the standout player in last year's championship winning season for Arnott Gardens, and Harrison is breached. The home team back in business at 1-1.
Well, here's Marvin Morgan on the end of it. Sends it across. Big chance for Reed! Yes! He continues his goal-scoring form. Fabian Reed. So it's been a tough first half between Mount Pleasant and Humberline. Pretty much a physical encounter in all the ways that you can think of. And as skirmishes broke out, we're still waiting on a real football match. Although Mount Pleasant will be pleased with how that half ended, with them pretty much in the ascendancy. But 0-0 after 45 minutes. Mount Pleasant and Humberline. Mount Pleasant asked quite a few of the questions early on as well. Benbow in particular, with a delivery inside to Francois Swaby. Would have hoped for a better touch, but he eventually got the shot off and it was blocked. And yeah, handball in the end from Swaby. And Humberline, they had a life. And again, good movement by Mount Pleasant. He needed a good delivery here. And it was cleared out, but only as far as Keslan Hall, who had the time and the space, and probably would be a little bit disappointed with the fact that that wasn't further away from the goalkeeper. And then this chance. Harris. And then this was banged in by Jermaine Christian, looking to get on the score sheet for the first time this season. And Francois Swaby with an attempt there, probably just too much underneath that one, and it went over the top. And Mount Pleasant almost, well, they actually gifted Humberline with an opportunity here. Harris, how did he manage to weave his way through here? Just that vital touch to get by the second defender, and then bang over the top. And Andre Clennon, my. Yeah, he went down in a heap, but probably because of embarrassment more than anything else. And then Swaby banging that one. That was a fabulous effort. Benbow recovering, and then Hall with the follow-up. It hasn't been his night, it hasn't been his week. In fact, it hasn't been a good few months for Kesglen Hall in front of goal, trying to break that drought.
Yeah, no goals for him since October, and an opportunity here at the end with Hall again squeezing this one inside. And look at the Humberland defenders just throwing themselves in front of the ball here, and Swaby has no comfortable opportunity to get a shot at goal.
Mount Pleasant with 9 good attempts, 5 on target. Humberland with 5 good attempts, 2 on target. 8 fouls by each team. Yellow cards shown, 2 to Mount Pleasant, 1 to Humberland, and just a corner apiece. And possession, even Stevens at the halftime interval. And now for a halftime feature, one of Mount Pleasant's own, all the way from Montego Bay, Jordan Fletcher. Halftime feature, My 90.
My name is Jordan Fletcher, playing for Mount Pleasant. Red stripe, My 90. Stand up for your stripe. Football means a lot to me because from minor age, growing up, I always want to be a professional footballer. I've been playing football from 10 years old. My inspiration for playing football is because my dad usually play football, always go training with him, and from there, he always pushes me to play football. Football do a lot for my community because everyone there loves football and push and uplift the community. I went to Cornwall College. It is a great school. Football team there is also great. I also win the Doncaster Cup in 2016, and that was my best year of playing football. Play FIFA and sleep. The type of player I am is that I'm an attacker. I love to score goals. I'm not sure what I would be doing right now, trust me. But I know football, I'm going to make it out of football. My name is Jordan Fletcher, playing for Mount Pleasant Academy. Red stripe, My 90. Stand up for your stripe. One time.
Well, you could say that he's a Cornwall College legend as well, Jordan Fletcher, as he tries to make his mark in the Red Stripe Premier League, and he's been at it for about a couple of seasons, Jordan Fletcher, having first started at Montego Bay United and now plying his trade at Mount Pleasant. As we wave back, just to remind you that a lot of basketball taking place, even in the aftermath of the passing of Kobe Bryant. And on Thursday night, we do have a doubleheader, 8 o'clock Jamaica time, 9 ECT. First up, Golden State at Boston. And then Utah Jazz at the Denver Nuggets, 10:30 Jamaica time, 11:30 p.m. ECT. Both games on Sportsmax. Football now, the Madrid Derby on Saturday morning, in fact, 10 o'clock Jamaica time, 11 ECT. Real against Atletico on Sportsmax 2. And of course on Sunday, Barcelona against Levante on Sportsmax 2. Sunday, 3 o'clock, 4 p.m. ECT. So lots of football to look ahead to. And one more feature on Latroy Leng, who plays right back for Mount Pleasant. It's My 90. And let's take a look.
My name is Latroy Leng, play for Mount Pleasant. Red stripe, My 90. Stand up for your stripe. Football means a lot to me. My brother. All this all my brother them is a footballer, so that give me a drive. Really play it.
football do a lot for my community. I attend Marcus Garvey High School. It's a good high school. Playing game and watch movie. Me is a good passer of the ball, going forward, and I defend well. I think I'm gonna do lifeguard or something like that. Red stripe, my 90. Stand up for your stripe.
Let the word go forth.
And we are ready.
The role is to continue to drive for the development of the game here. Although players are selected from clubs abroad, they were developed in the league.
They're really quality players and they have really good attitude and you get your money's worth.
This match has turned up several gears.
Bag a gold medal pan me now. Red stripe alone champion boy go. Banner pour them a sing Anthem too. Red stripe, watch out. Man shall I better forward boy. Red stripe Premier League champion boy score. Every goal when I run from boy. Red stripe Premier League champion boy. Back down we run marathon boy. The red stripe Premier League champion boy. Yeah yo.
So, welcome back to Drax Hall as we take a look at some of the highlights on the first half. Francois Swaby coming close for Mount Pleasant. As Mount Pleasant and Humberline are presently goalless at the halftime interval. And there were some giveaways at the halftime interval here as the crowd are hoping to see some more action on the field of play. Sponsored by Fesco, of course, and fans very much a part of the activities here at the halftime interval. But they're hoping to see a win from their Mount Pleasant team as they try to close the gap on Waterhouse at the top of the table. There's Suda McCullough, who's been decent so far under the lights here at Drax Hall. And Francois Swaby, he has been utilizing all his experience in the attacking third, Lance Whitaker, and his big frame, of course, proving to be a nuisance for the Humberline defense.
Yeah, an opportunity there for him. May have had an opportunity to strike first time there, but he took a touch and tried to set the play up. A couple of other opportunities for Francois Swaby there, and Keston Hall coming in there, both of them converging on that play. But Swaby was right there as well. As we said, only 11 appearances so far this season, and only 3 goals. His 3 goals, by the way, were scored consecutive weeks in October. Against Cavalier, Waterhouse, and Portmore. Didn't score in September and hasn't scored since that. So Swaby doesn't look as match sharp as he has looked in the past. As I said, 10 goals for Mount Pleasant last year in his first season with them.
But you could see the intent. You can see why he was deployed up top by the coaching staff.
Obviously, a quality player.
I'm not sure if a Jordan Fletcher or a Kemar Beckford could have played the role that he has been playing tonight.
Yeah, he's well positioned in that role, but I just think he lacks a little bit of match sharpness, which will come with time. And of course, Martin are on course for getting to the playoffs, so they will have or should have a postseason campaign.
That's Jordan Fletcher. He can also run in from the wing as well, so I wouldn't be surprised if a change is made, because Keston Hall has been so out of form that you don't expect him to play the full 90, of course.
Yeah, as I mentioned, Swaby not scoring since October. Keston Hall hasn't scored since mid-October as well. So he needs to get his shooting boots on.
Probably it's just a case of right plan, wrong players at this point in time, at the very least, because of their lack of goal-scoring form. But we're on the way for the second half. Mount Pleasant will get the activities on the way as they try to take advantage of being at home in front of their fans.
One of the important things about how the point standings and the championship race is set up, Donald, as we said, there's such a close battle going on for a playoff spot that although Humberland are in 4th position, continue after this.
No, you can continue.
Although they're in 4th position, they're only 5 points ahead of 9th placed Harbourview. And in a 33-match regular season, and we are now completing round 24, you have to see that Harbourview and the teams just outside of the playoff positions have a genuine opportunity to challenge the teams in 6th, 5th and 4th for playoff spots. So the teams Humberland, Dunbeholden and Arnott Garns, who are 4th, 5th and 6th at the moment, can't sit on their laurels.
The thing about it is that drawn games help no one, and we had 3 in this round, and this game is pretty much tied up right now as we take a look at Clennon rising from the turf after being hacked once again.
Poor kick there by Lewis, should have been better.
Well, it has been the story of the night, hasn't it?
Yeah.
LaTroy Leng. We can see the ball being lost there in the ground, just to show how not level the field is. This is Clennon. Harris with a nice first touch. Wasn't the best second touch though for the pass. And now it'll go the other way. Route 1. Too long.
Nelson still trying to find his legs with this Mount Pleasant team after his January transfer from Molynes. Scored 6 goals for Molynes before coming here to Mount Pleasant.
Hagelbembo was looking for a free kick in his favor, thinking that there was a handball. Referee said play on, and Vanty does. Sends this one inside the box, the keeper calls for it. And Clennon couldn't get by Ladale Ritchie, who played that one pretty smartly there at the back for Mount Pleasant. Jeremy Nelson. Oh, nice move. Swaby trying to get by a second defender, using his frame well, but getting the better of him on that occasion, Linville Lewis.
Yeah, these Humberland defenders are like terrors, aren't they? They're really making things tough for the Mount Pleasant front men.
Clennon goes long. Williams asked to chase, but it's going to take some doing to get by one Sude McCullough. Meat and drink for him on that occasion. And no worries on the face of Paul Teagat Davis. Different story on his face, it seems. O'Neill Baker Thompson being thrown into the spotlight in the absence of Andrew Price with the national youth girls team.
Rodney did well there.
He did, and he was trying to get the return ball And Harris committing the foul in a dangerous spot there. Not the wisest move there from Harris as he tried to regain the possession from Jeremy Nelson. But it's a free kick to Mount Pleasant, and this could be interesting. Wasn't wise.
Yeah. A fairly disappointing picture this though, because these two teams are teams blessed with quality in their lineups, and we haven't seen the game rise to high levels tonight, but there's still time for that.
Well, you know that Isaacs can actually crack this from distance, can he? Deflected effort over the top, corner kick.
Yeah,
that had some power on it.
Yeah, he does kick a good dead ball. Kip on Isaacs. I think that was going over the bar though, based on the trajectory. So one of the players that Donovan Ducky would have brought from Humberland to Mount Pleasant. Well, actually, he did bring Benbow.
Benbow sends that one inside. Benbow has some work to collect that one, and does. Finding Isaacs. And the shot is straight to the keeper. And Sully McCullough was probably a little bit surprised by the opportunity in the aftermath of that effort, which went straight to Taylor. Nelson, Isaacs, too far in front of McCullough. Keneal Hyde with the interception. He has some space to work with. He was looking for a free kick just outside the box. It didn't go his way. And now it'll go the other way. Swable losing it. Richards stabbing it forward. And
yeah, Clennon is claiming that he may have been fouled as he went for the ball. There he clears at referee Nemhard for not acknowledging what he thought was an unfair contact on him.
Well, he did get up a little bit too quickly if he was trying to sell it.
Well stolen by Vanzi.
And here's Clennon now. The delivery inside the box, not cleared properly. Comes out to this near side. Levon Williams has time and space. Keneal Hyde sent this one inside the box. Oh, that's a high boot there. And the yellow card will come out.
Clennon will claim that he was going for the ball, wasn't he?
Yeah,
but it was a reckless play on his part. There's Keneal Hyde with a cross. Good. And just cracks Ladale Ritchie straight into the head. Yeah, he's claiming in a sense that he went for the ball, and I'm sure he did go for the ball. And there was the play before where Andre Clennon felt he was fouled. Ladale Ritchie's as tough as they come. That was a boot to the face, pretty flush. And he looks very little bothered.
So Clennon goes into the referee's book. He picks up the ball now and clips the back of Harris's leg. Well, Clennon is a tough character because he landed hard and then just got up right away. But
yeah,
he and referee Nemad not the best of friends tonight.
Yeah, he fell really heavily there. The kind of fall that can really jerk your spine. But he was up in a flash like a cat. So he's a tough and clearly
Humberline
fit man.
Yeah, with the corner kick taken short. This is Richards. Robbed easily by Cardell Benbow, who does well to shield. But Humberline will try again. They're still in the attacking third as Paul Teagat Davis formulates a plan B. Harris. Nobody up top for Mount Pleasant.
On the field at the moment, I think Keston Hall and Latroy Leng would probably the only players who were original Mount Pleasant men that qualified for the Premier League
Clennon
2 summers ago.
Yeah.
Donovan Ducky building this unit for their first campaign last year, bringing players and Waterhouse and Humberland to the what Mount Pleasant set up, having been the last 2 teams that he had coached. Donovan Ducky, Benbow and Kimar Beckford for sure from Waterhouse, and there's Benbow going down from the Lewis Challenge. His head. So
trying to see the contact on his head there.
Yeah.
But
I think the boot went close to the head. I'm not sure how strong the contact was. Yeah, but he's generally, as we said in the first half, a roughed up kind of player. But that's because of his playing style. He's a brave young man who has no apprehension at all about taking on defenders. And because he is fast and nimble on his feet, quite often we see defenders resorting to rough tactics to stop him. So Jordan Fletcher looks as if he's going to get some playing time. Maybe at Benbow's expense, depending on how badly hurt Benbow is. Although Keston Hall would be a strong candidate for substitution as well.
Ryan Brown, the player from Malines United, also expected to come on to the field of play shortly. Ball set long at the back post and Hall can't get there. Well, Benbow is back on the field for Mount Pleasant. There he is.
Yeah.
I don't think he has any intention to come off the field.
No, I think Keston Hall may be the best bet to come off. A lot of faith in this young man, Benbow.
Yep. So Hall comes off. And I told you that he's been getting a hard time from the Mount Pleasant fans. They are cheering his departure from off the field. Fletcher comes on in his stead. There he is. And Francois Swaby's time is up. And he's been replaced by Ryan Brown, who is also a very physical player, I might add. Ryan Brown.
Yeah.
Stockly built, of course. And he's probably going to be playing a similar role to Swaby, but of course he doesn't offer a lot in height. Keeper comes out to collect it. No problems there for Kadeem Davis. So let's see how Mount Pleasant will do, having made those changes now. They have about half an hour to make an impact, and this is Jordan Fletcher skipping inside, trying to find Benbow. The energy has gone up just a little bit inside Draxall with the arrival of those players, and in particular Jordan Fletcher.
Yeah, Brown, one of 2 Malines men, switching over to Mount Pleasant and the January transfer, and both of them, between them, had 10 goals for Mullines. Brown with 4, and they had Jeremy Lynch with 6.
No, it wouldn't be lost along sporting fans that the substitutes on the pitch were the number 8 and 24.
Wow, Kobe's numbers.
Here's the number 24. Couldn't keep that one in play. Ryan Brown, goal kick to Humberland.
So Keslan Hall's night is over. Donald, he has scored just 2 goals in 20 appearances this season and continues to fall short on his goal scoring duties. Let's see if Brown and Fletcher can add some punch to this Humberland front line now.
Here they come. Isaacs to Jordan Fletcher. Isaacs continuing his run. And he wanted something a little bit more. And the yellow card has come out. A yellow card was flashed there. I'm wondering if it was shown to Linval Lewis. On the edge of the box. Well, the corner kick is being taken now, swung inside, and the clearance made. It must have been something that was said, right?
Probably.
Because the free kick wasn't taken because of it. And Lewis going into the referee's book.
Wow, Campbell lashing out there on Clennon. Not sure if the assistant referee or the referee saw that.
Clennon. You have to wonder if the day is going to get better for Andre Clennon.
Yeah. At 30 years old, though, he still looks in really, really grand physical condition.
Benbow couldn't collect. Williams with the header. Who gives up the ball to Williams. Williams to Clennon. Harris remained onside. It goes the other way now. Ronaldo Rodney. Ball sent out wide. This is the big chance for Fletcher.
Would be disappointed with that. He has scored some terrific left-footed shots in his time, both as a schoolboy at Cornwall College and also with Montego Bay United and Mount Pleasant in the Premier League, but he just didn't get a hold of that one. And for the second time to this end of the field, we're seeing a ball skied over the top from inside the box. The first one was Clennon in the first half for Humberland.
Well, he got there and he ended up leaning back as he tried to curl that. But it just went up.
Yeah.
Again, poor distribution. But Williams can't capitalize. And he commits the infringement. Humberland making a change themselves. Corey Hilton is coming on.
Jeremy Christian is out.
Jeremy and Christian, yep.
Yeah, Hilton, part of the Montego Bay United championship winning team of 2016.
Richards robbed of the ball by Isaacs. Jeremy Nelson sends it out to Jordan Fletcher. What an awkward bounce that was. Goodness me. Fletcher took it in stride though. The overlapping run is there. And the delivery has left a lot to be desired. Troy Leng.
Well, he was in the My 90 feature at half-time, Donald, and he just kicked that ball 90 meters off the playing area. I think that O'Neill Thompson from Humberland, Antigua Davis and his coaching staff from Mount Pleasant will be hugely disappointed at how the players have performed for them tonight. As you said, a game that was set up to be a real humdinger, but they have fallen below expectations. Both
teams. I did make the point earlier that the field would have helped with a lot of it, as that one is high and wide. It's not conducive to very good football, let's just say that. But it's still very much a part of the beautiful game. Williams. He was thinking of a shot, and it goes straight to the keeper.
Yeah, trademark move there from Rowan Richards, and I've seen him score so many goals like that, just dipping in from the left, cutting the ball inside and strike right-footed in goal. This time it was a pretty tame effort that Davis held well.
Visional Harris can't believe that call. Well, his hand is over the player's shoulder, isn't it? And according to the referee, he brought him down. Cardell Benpo. Leng. Not having the best of nights attacking wise, Latroy Leng.
Again, a bit of a bobble there from the surface, so the player's having trouble.
Ball goes long. Williams doing battle with McCullough. McCullough wins.
Very strong defensive player, Sula McCullough. And as we all know, helps out well in attack as well.
Hilton. Harris. Catching practice.
Yeah, firm strike, but straight to the goalkeeper. Harris would have wanted to angle his shot more to one of the corners. He was unchallenged. Yeah, had time and space to get a clean shot off, but made it a little easy for the goalkeeper. Brown is held back. Foul. The assistant referee spots it.
Got the attention of referee Nemad there. And Mount Pleasant will have a free kick over on the far side.
Yeah, Brown came on as a substitute against Harbourview last week and just had a few moments there where he looked threatening.
So what can they do with this free kick? Fletcher is across there, Rich is also there. Fletcher at the near post, easily handled. Players haven't been able to get a lot of elevation tonight. Well, with the exception of them taking a shot on target, I mean. But in terms of the deliveries, they've been pretty poor, pretty ordinary actually.
Romeo Wright is going to get some playing time. Levon Williams about to exit. So Mount Pleasant having problems getting their scoring form back, Donald. Only Waterhouse have scored more goals than they have so far this season. But they've scored just once in their last 2 games. And if they continue this, it would be 3 games that they would have scored just once. But they've got fresh attackers on Mount Pleasant.
Here's a chance. As Fletcher trying to weave his way through, committing the foul in the process.
Just 20 minutes remaining. And credit to the Humberland defense line, who played a robust game up to this point to prevent Mount Pleasant from scoring. Although it has to be said that Mount Pleasant's finishing has not been the best.
Well, to be honest, it's really been like a backyard scrap between both teams. And you expect that at the end of the day, it's going to be just a battle of wills in the end. But again, playing conditions have been difficult, and we'll point out a couple of examples when we get a chance to, as McCullough trying to drive forward and Brian trying to turn and was unable to gather the ball. McCullough. Isaacs. Fletcher. Here's Humberline.
Chambers did really well to steal the ball from Fletcher there.
But ran into some traffic.
Yeah.
In the form of Kevon Isaacs. Humberline, not a lot of movement off the ball. Vanzi was querying it. Clennon. Harris. Kilton. They're appealing for a handball. The referee says play on. Here's Mount Pleasant. Ball over the top. Ryan Brown is there doing battle with Lewis. Lewis comes out on top. Let's see what happened there with the cry of handball. Well, absolutely nothing.
Yeah, not from that angle. Daniel Green getting some playing time. Jeremy Nelson checks out. So the potentially potent attacking force from the Mount Pleasant bench now being displayed. Daniel Green, a national Olympic player, played in the Olympic qualifying. Second season at Mount Pleasant, having been on Harborview's books at one point.
Hilton losing possession again because of an awkward bounce. Challenge from behind. Free kick. And the yellow card shown to Andrew Vanzi. Took one for the team there. Almost an immediate impact made by Daniel Green, and he had to be cut down by Vanzi.
Yeah, he missed the ball, Vanzi. Green was in transition and the play was building up threateningly for Mount Pleasant.
Here's a free kick.
Wow. Chris Gill would have been proud of that.
As a cricketer, not as a footballer.
Yes.
Yes.
Consternation on the face there of Tortiga Davis. He can't believe what he is seeing, Donald.
He is beside himself. From one end to the other. Corey Hilton. Not sure who he saw there, Richards. But here's Jordan Fletcher again. Needs to showcase his quality a little bit more. Ronaldo Rodney. This is Daniel Green. McCullough calls for it. Nice movement, Green. Here's a chance. The flag is up for offside against Mount Pleasant's number 14, Sully McCullough.
McCullough hit a stoppage time equaliser last week for Mount Pleasant to earn a 1-1 draw at Harbourview. So they'll have to keep their eyes on him, Humberland. He's one for some late theatrics. Vishnu Harris, on debut for Humberland, exits the game.
Courtney Hill replaces him. Showed flashes of brilliance at times, but he would probably tell you that the field wasn't his friend today.
You know, if there's a 0-0 scoreline here, I can't help but feel that Humberland will be the happier of the two teams.
Lovely ball inside. Oh, he put a hand on it to deny Andre Clennon. That was a fabulous save from Kadeem Davis.
Well, 3 seasons ago, Davis was one of the best goalkeepers in the Red Stripe Premier League.
He's finding that form again. Vanzi, delightful through there. Clennon gets onto it. His first touch wasn't the best. Sort of created a problem for him. But the outstretched left arm of Kadeem Davis snuffs the effort out. Have to give credit as well to Sula McCullough, who was putting a lot of pressure on Clennon.
Corner kick comes in and it's headed out. Nobody upfield. Humberland will try again over the head of Clennon. But there's Latroy Leng, puts it into touch.
Yeah, good moment there we just saw for the Humberland team, and Mount Pleasant's defenders have to be alert here late in the game, because they've not played that well tonight, but they have worked hard enough up to this point to ensure that Humberland doesn't beat them.
Again, the passing has been substandard.
Yeah, for both teams.
Hilton trying to send it wide. Oh, he's won it in a dangerous spot. He cuts inside and then ran out of ideas. Still a chance though for Humberline. It's Hilton forced to go wide. It's Richards taking the shot. It's gone through. Well, Richards let fly, but it may have taken a deflection. But Humberline supporters, they don't care, because at Draxall, they take the lead. It's 1-0.
Ron Richards picks the ball up. The deflection there from Ladale Ritchie. Deflects the ball in past goalkeeper Kadeem Davis. So unfortunate for Mount Pleasant there. But the industry of this Mount Pleasant team tonight cannot be understated. Huge disappointment for Mount Pleasant. And the Jamie Foxx look-alike puts one in for Humberline. Six goals on the season now for him, leading scorer for Humberline. So Draxall quiet now, Donald, because Mount Pleasant late in the game, less than 10 minutes remaining, gets a goal on them. They'll have to work hard now to salvage something from this game. But to be quite fair, they haven't played well enough tonight, this Mount Pleasant team. And what can be considered a goal-scoring drought for them obtains here in their third straight game.
Seems as if Dane Richards got Ron Richards got a yellow card because of his celebration. The ball sent too long on this occasion. But Humberline, have they come to Draxall to do the smash and grab? Fletcher. Isaacs. Chance for Benbow now. Benbow's effort is blocked.
Didn't get a lot of power on that. I thought he was going for goal.
Chance for Green. Now Fletcher sends it out wide. But Troy Leng couldn't find Isaacs. Here comes Humberline. Romeo Wright. Not the best pass from him. Intercepted. Fletcher once more. Brown. Leng. It's gone through to McCullough. Looking for the return, it didn't come. Ronaldo Rodney. Fletcher.
The two ex-Moore Bay United men linking up there, Fletcher and Rodney. But Humberline defenders, as they've been most of the night, very, very alert. They've come here for 3 points for sure, Humberline. And at the moment, they're on course to getting them.
Rodney. Benbow. Handball there. Free kick to Humberline. Infringement called against Romeo Wright. Free kick to Mount Pleasant.
The Humberland form throughout the season went a little bit unsteady in the second round. They lost only one match in the first round, Humberland, but then they lost 4 in the second round. Now they're on course for their 4th win in their last 6 matches, this one included if they get it. So a revival of sorts here for this Humberland team, looking to get some valuable points here at Drax Hall.
Fletcher sends it out wide to McCullough. McCullough on his right foot, and it's headed over by Green.
Didn't have a good shape for that header, Green.
I'm not even sure if the pass was for him.
Yeah, maybe not. And here it is, the McCullough cross inside. Yeah, that needed a great deal of dexterity to get that one on goal. Green wasn't able to deliver it.
Clennon.
Good football.
Was from Courtney Hill.
Yeah.
That wasn't. Dancy has had an off night tonight.
A lot of the errors that have been made tonight, in my estimation, have made because of players being too hasty. A lack of patience and composure. Just being a little bit too hasty and ending up spraying the ball all over the place.
Leng. Benbow. Lost it.
Yeah, weak pass there, not finding Clennon. Fletcher just knocks Corey Hilton over.
Referee just saying play on, ending the game. That says how he started it. Referee Ralton Nemad.
So O'Neill Thompson in charge of this Humberland team tonight, willing his team on for a victory. Sent his head coach Andrew Price off to CONCACAF Women's Olympic qualifiers in Texas. Those qualifiers actually start Tuesday with Costa Rica against Panama, USA against Haiti, and then on Wednesday, St. Kitts and Nevis against Canada, and Mexico against Jamaica. So less than 2 minutes of normal time remaining here, Donald, and Mount Pleasant will consider themselves unlucky if they end up losing this one 1-0 because of how the goal was scored and the deflection that wrong-footed their goalkeeper.
Well, I once heard that you make your own luck, and
yeah,
they haven't done a lot this evening. The delivery from Isaacs is headed away. The captain collects.
And look at the commitment from Clennon. He's an attacking player, and he's now at the heart of the defense, trying to ensure that Mount Pleasant don't get this late equalizer.
There's Richards, the goal scorer. Well, he just gives it up. So too does Richie. The passage of play pretty much summing up the night.
Yeah, pretty unimpressive by both teams. And Davis now may be wondering what has gone wrong with his team. Successful over the Christmas period, Mount Pleasant, with 3-0 win over UWI and 2-0 win over Veer on the 5th of January. But since then, nothing.
He's contemplating a shot from distance. Fabulous save. Kadeem Davis again.
That was a fine strike by Hill, and Davis upset with his defensive players for allowing the 22-year-old so much room and time on the ball.
He had to scamper across his right to get hands on that one. That was a very good save.
And I think Davis justifiably upset that none of his players...
inside, not clear properly. Davis has to come out to collect.
None of his players got close enough to prevent him.
Clearance made, and it's with Richards. Cumberland with a lot of space. The shot taken, deflected effort, and it's finally cleared by Ricardo Campbell.
Wow, so Cumberland ended the game here with a flourish. Fine, powerful strike there by Clennon. Davis gets in the way. He's made some fine stops tonight for Mount Pleasant. But look at the disappointment on his space, as he has worked hard. But at the moment, it seems futile, his effort.
Ron Richards, your man of the match?
I would think so. Apart from his goal, he had a few other moments, good moments. But on a night like this, the man who pops up with a winning goal is hard to deny.
Here's Rodney. Here's Benbow. Benbow delivers inside. Green over the top. Another chance for Mount Pleasant. Garner begging.
Yeah, and a quick glance on the Mount Pleasant bench does suggest that they've resigned themselves now to defeat at home. Second home loss in just over a month. This Mount Pleasant team, they were beaten here by Cavalier a few days before Christmas. And now their scoring form has deserted them. The 3 minutes added on for stoppage is now expired, so referee Nemard will call this one off pretty soon.
Well, this may be the last chance for Mount Pleasant if they move quickly. Seconds away from the final whistle. That's it. Humber Lion. They've come to Draxall and they've gathered all 3 points. O'Neill Thompson pushed into the spotlight. Has led his team to victory here in St. Anne. Rowan Richards, a goal scorer, on the night when he had a lot of work to do in goal for Mount Pleasant. But at the end of the day, it's their front line that couldn't get on target. Mount Pleasant in front of their home fans. After 90 minutes, Mount Pleasant 0, Humber Lion 1.
One bag of gold medal pan me now. Red stripe alone champion boy go. Banner pour them a singing anthem. Red stripe, watch out. Man shall I better forward boy. Red stripe Premier League champion boy score. Every goal when I run from boy. Red stripe Premier League champion boy.
So after 90 minutes, Humberline walking away with all the marbles. A 1-0 win at the home of Mount Pleasant. It's Ron Richards, the goal scorer in the 81st minute. Mount Pleasant had their chances in the first half. Swaby in particular, Francois Swaby, trying to get the shot off. And Humberline, they were pretty stubborn in defense tonight. And saw it all the way through to the very end. They had chances in that first half as well. Visional Harris making his debut, a nuisance of himself. Jermaine Christian's effort going straight into the chest of Kadeem Davis. And here's a chance for Francois Swaby once again. Got under it and it went over the top. Visional Harris had a decent evening, worked his way through inside the area, and then the shot from Andre Clennon went over the top. Mount Pleasant, they didn't stop. That was a really good effort from Swaby. And then the follow-up by Keslon Hall over the top, but that was a fabulous save. And Benbow keeping it alive for Hall. And again, couldn't find the target. And this is a delivery at the back post. Hall is there, delivers that one inside, and Swaby trying to get the shot off, but he was surrounded by a number of defenders there. And then the outstretched leg denying him. This was a fabulous opportunity for Andre Clennon, but what a save that was from Kadeem Davis. Strong left hand. And then Humberline working it. Richards, curling effort, took a deflection. And there's nothing Davis could have done about that one as it came off his skipper. And Richards with the goal. And then Hill, the substitute, with a late attempt at Davis. He had a lot of work to do under the lights here at Jacks Hall. And that was another fabulous save. Mount Pleasant with 15 goal attempts, 6 on target. Humberline with 12 goal attempts, 5 on target. 11 fouls committed by Mount Pleasant, 21 by Humberline. It was a really physical encounter which saw 6 yellow cards being shown. 4-2, the corners in favor of Humberline, who also had the majority of the possession with 53%.
Yes, so Ron Richards is our man of the match tonight. He had the winner in the 81st minute, a good one too, and he has an affinity for scoring against this Mount Pleasant team. 3 times he has played against them now, and 3 times he has scored.
Yeah, 3 times played against them, 3 times scored. I like these type of games because Mount Pleasant is a very good team in the league. I like these matches. These matches test my football career and skills.
The match itself was not a match of high quality, but from the very outset, we saw a lot of determination in the Humberland team.
Yeah, because the coach tell us to come out and get our 3 points because we have to stay in the top league. We have to have a chance. And as you know, Portmore win and passes, so we have to catch them back up. We don't want to slip up no time.
About your own form and career in the Premier League now, you started out with Jamalco a few seasons ago, but you already have 6 goals so far this season, and you have never had 6 goals in a season before. What's going right for you this year?
Yeah, we get more playing time now, and the coach allowed me to play more freely now. Just jive all the way, and finishing.
Thank you very much, Rowan.
Thank you, sir.
Rowan Richards, our man of the match tonight, with his winning goal that gave the Humberland team a victory over the Mount Pleasant team. First victory over Mount Pleasant in 5 matches. And Paul Teagat Davis, I don't know what's going wrong with your team, but you've been all season one of the most free-scoring teams in the league. Now you've gone 3 matches with just 1 goal. What's going wrong?
That's what we're doing. We're missing chances now. That's when the season just started, you know. If we take our chances, we'll win games, you know. Right now, for the past 3 games, I think we're missing some easy chance, and then we lapse in last minute, and it's cost us.
Which is what happened at Harbourview a couple of weeks ago as well. So what are you going to do now to fix that? Because you have been in a position for several weeks to challenge for the lead. But Waterhouse keeps slipping away from you because you are dropping points, and certainly they aren't right now.
We have to go back to basic, you know, go back to basic. That's why we're going wrong, you know. But the most important thing that we're getting our chances, and chances win game in a tournament like this, you know. We have to take those chances, and if we don't, and these teams stay in the game more longer like that, that's what happened to us.
Okay, thank you very much, Paul, and best of luck for the remainder of the season.
Thanks.
Paul Teague-Davis, former top striker for Jamaica at a national level. We've got O'Neill Bigger-Thompson coming in here now to talk to us about this Humberland victory. A victory, O'Neill, that the team worked very hard for. I told both Teague-Davis and Rowan Richards just now that the game wasn't a game of high quality. There were a lot of sloppy moments in the game, but ever present was that desire from this Humberland team.
Yeah, as I explained to you before, we have to prepare for games like this. I mean, the bad days sometimes is when you learn most, and this is one of them days we get a result, but there was some areas that we have to improve on, and we work hard all week to soak up and to maintain pressure, and we did that, and at the end of the day, yeah.
Now, your victory tonight takes you up to joint third in the table on points, but based on goal difference, you remain fourth. How does this result impact on your outlook for the remainder of the season?
Well, I mean, just the next game, and we treat every game at a time. We wanted 3 points so that we get that, and we look forward to the next game. I mean, regardless of where you finish, you must play in the playoff. I mean, it might be a bit easier when you go to the semi-finals, but we understand that, and we want to maintain our position in terms of the playoff, and so far we have been doing that, and I'm happy with that.
Thank you very much, O'Neill.
Thank you very much, sir.
O'Neill Bigger-Thompson coaching this Humberland team tonight in place of regular coach or head coach Andrew Price, who is away with the Jamaica women in the CONCACAF Olympic qualifiers in Texas. But a huge result here for Humberland, their first victory over this Mount Pleasant team in 5 matches, and they're getting a result here that takes them closer to the top. Mount Pleasant 0, Humberland 1 at Drax Hall.